In this video, we'll talk about the 12 things you should not do upon waking up in the morning. If you like our content, do us a favor and give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, Psychology Pub, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We also have a special offer through the link in the description box down below. A good morning routine can help set the tone for the day you'll be having. Start with healthy, enriching rituals, and you can expect to be productive for your tasks ahead. Conversely, the wrong practices could lead to bad habits that could affect you both in the short term and long term. That's never a good deal to have. We can have a full-on discussion about the best ways to start your day. That could be doing a quick meditation session, working out, reading a good book, or simply being thankful for another chance at life. What's not often discussed, however, are the wrong habits you should be steering clear from. There are many out there, but we'll give you 12 of these practices that you may have done more than once in your life. Pressing the snooze button. The major downside of using a digital alarm clock or your phone lies in that one feature that immediately kills off any chances to start your day productively: the snooze button. It's easy to be tempted with those 5 extra minutes of sleep when you turn off your alarm clock. Before you know it, you've been in bed for an hour more than you should. Now, you're late for your meeting and you're rushing out the door, stressed, anxious, and catching your breath. That's not a good start to the day. Here's a tip. Place your phone further away from your bed to compel yourself to get up and take a few steps to turn off your alarm. Or, better yet, improve your sleeping habits. Planning out your day. It's definitely helpful to have your day's plans laid out and written down. But if you do it upon waking up, you're a little too late. That's because all the planning should have taken place the night before. The checklist should be one of the first things you see upon opening your eyes and doing some light stretches. It helps you hit the ground running and get that head start on your tasks. Experts say planning out your task list for the next day can help you sleep better. Instead of having those ideas stew in your head as you lay in bed, you get to have them out of your mind and on paper. Checking your work email. Everyone wants to start their mornings with a more relaxed vibe. Many people spend these first few hours as their quiet time with themselves before they get into work mode. But if you check your business emails upon waking up, you deprive yourself of that moment of relaxation. And if it's an important email that delivered some bad news, now your morning is ruined. Save the work emails for 9 a.m. Before doing so, try to savor those moments of calm and tranquility. You're gonna need all of that before powering through the day. Going on social media. Many studies have already linked social media use to mental health issues like depression. As it turns out, seeing too much of other people's lives may cause you to be unhappy with your own. It also doesn't help to have a bad case of FOMO early in the morning. You see photos of your friends at a party last night, and you feel left out. That's not really a good way to start the day, is it? Make your mornings all about you, the goals you want to achieve, and how to start your day. This is the time you can be a bit selfish and focus on yourself. Drinking coffee too early. Caffeine lovers are all too familiar with that glorious first sip of morning coffee. You feel your body and mind rejoice with that first hit of caffeine. However, experts say you should hold off on that a bit until after the second hour from when you wake up. The explanation there is that the body tends to produce less cortisol once it's naturally been woken up. But if you're relying on the caffeine to snap you into wakefulness, then you're likely stressing yourself out as well. So, if you can, hold off on the morning brew for a couple of hours. You can always use that lull time to do something else productive. Eating something unhealthy for breakfast. Breakfast, they say, is the most important meal of the day. And ideally, it's the one meal you should never skip. But that doesn't give you the license to stuff yourself with cookies, chocolate cake, or any sweet treat. You wouldn't want to fill your body with refined sugar and carbohydrates in the morning. Not only will that make you feel more hungry, but all that sugar can lead to a mid-morning crash. There are many other healthy and delectable breakfast options you can go with. Fruits, healthy fats like avocados, and complex carbs like whole grain bread are some great examples. Watching the morning news. Have you ever watched the news and felt better about the world after doing so? Sure, there are some feel-good stories out there to cover, but they won't get as much attention as the negative news cycles about everything bad that's happening around you. Feeding your mind with all that gloom and cynicism is similar to eating junk for breakfast. Except for this one, you're taking in all that garbage for your brain to consume. Just don't do it. A good substitute for the morning news would be a piano bar jazz album. You can even put it on full blast if you want to liven up your room. Air out your complaints. No one wants to start their day on a low, sour note. That's not even the worst part, because negative thoughts can hound you for the next few hours. You're essentially setting yourself up for a lousy morning, which can sabotage your entire day. The usual topics of complaint for most people are about their jobs and how unhappy they are. Some get triggered by the piece of news they just watched or read about, which reaffirms how horrible of an idea this is to do in the morning. Instead, think of at least 3 things that you're grateful for. That should help send positive vibes your way. Jumping straight to work. Thanks to technology, people can now work at the comfort of their own homes. But while that may be a blessing in itself, it can also be a curse for some. With your office just a few steps away, you can easily plug in as soon as you wake up. Doing this deprives you from having that moment of solace that we talked about earlier. And if you're not careful, you can be burned out and end up resenting your job. Sure, you can have these moments every once in a while when you're rushing a project, for example, but it'll benefit you greatly if you avoid this practice altogether. Wasting time and energy on making decisions. We're immediately faced with decisions the moment we wake up. You'll be filled with questions like, what should I wear? What should I have for breakfast? What time should I leave for work? And you'll need answers for them. But if you spend too much time racking your brain for solutions, you're doing it wrong. You're also causing yourself to be potentially stressed out. And as we've said all throughout this video, that's not something you'd want to be doing. To prevent all this internal debate, try to start your mornings with some mindfulness meditation. It helps declutter the mind, which should provide you with the much-needed mental clarity to make these decisions. Taking long, hot showers. A morning shower should wake you up and wash off all the sleep from your body. And the best way to jolt yourself into a state of instant wakefulness would be a cold shower. A hot shower only relaxes your body too much, which could result in tiredness and fatigue. If you're not used to it, you can start slowly by going warm for the first 30 seconds, then switching the cold shower on. Once you get used to it, you can go cold showers all the way. Save the long, hot showers for the night before going to bed. That would be your reward after a long day at work. Not having a morning routine at all. Starting your day without a morning routine and just winging it is like going to battle without a plan. You won't have better control over your hours, which could mean missing out on certain tasks. And if you keep this up, your life won't have the structure it needs to be a productive human being. If you're one of these people, it's time to put your affairs in order. Come up with a morning routine that suits you best. Once you do that, you'll get to enjoy your mornings a lot better. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more of our content.